for what you're doing, but I think it's important.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll tell the story as many times as I need to. Whatever prevents him from ever having an animal, because no animal should go through what that dog did. And I'd be mortified right now if my dog was on a live that I was either blocked from or not blocked from, and seeing what happened to the other dog happen to him, and not in a very nice, comfortable car, wearing my vest, laying on my blanket on his way to you right now.
Yeah, and that would have been a major lifestyle change for your dog because obviously he's lived inside, right, with you.
Yeah. I mean, he's
And
gone on camping trips, but he's never like been outside permanently.
yeah, that would have been a major lifestyle change for him to live out in the elements. And Doug does drink. I don't follow Doug. I don't watch Doug. I know about Doug. I've watched some of his lives.
But
But
aside from that, like, you know enough that, like, if he took off on the scooter or crashed or whatever, and the dog was tied to a tree or in the tent, if you will,
yeah,
that
he
he
gets
couldn't come back, like,
intoxicated.
that dog's gonna starve.
Yeah, he gets highly intoxicated, that I know. And I wouldn't advise him to have a pet at this point in his life.
Yeah, see, and if I had known any of this, then I would have told him no from the jump. But unfortunately, like, as far as him walking up to me and saying, I thought you were playing me, I feel like I got played. And then I won the game. I don't know. I wasn't trying to play a game.
No, it wasn't a game. Like, you had intuition, and if you didn't feel right about it, and then something got put into your head or put in your lap, if you will, and you saw that, like, you did the right thing, honestly.
Yeah, Remington, she did not leave the dog with Doug. She kept the dog. She took it with her and left.
No, the dog's in the pet X on the way to my house.
Yeah, that sucked. But it's good too.
So just to clarify, so you had already mentioned like a female offering 1,200, correct?
Well, I didn't know it was a female at the time because the words to me were they're offering 1,200.
Well, I was one of those. Yes.
Oh, yeah, see, I didn't hear your name until after I had already left Doug, and then I didn't even reach out to you until the next day.
I didn't even know your number. So the person that I was in contact with was somebody else other than you until you reached out to me the day after when I said I want the dog.
Yeah, and I've posted a video with literally all of the screenshots from before the interaction, after the interaction, during the interaction, actually, after the interaction, and then the very first time I ever reached out to Scotty. And then there's like some voice clips I posted. It's not the full voice clips because the person that was on the phone with me, she was the one that voice recorded them. I thought it was me. It's a new feature on iPhone. So I thought I accidentally pushed the button when I put the phone on my shoulder, but she was the one who pushed the button and it just announced it on the phone that it was recording. And I didn't know it did that. So she actually had the voice clips and didn't want him to know who she was because I guess that he knows her voice. And so they're clipped and don't have everything that was said because she's talking throughout some of it. But it's got the part where I got onto him about him agreeing that I didn't want to be on his live and then saying that he wasn't. And then me calling him out and him saying, you know, that's my life. Me telling him, but I'm not your fucking life. And then the next clip after that is me yelling after him right before I leave about not opening people's doors because it's fucking freaky. Like, I've posted so many things about all of this. Like, my photos app is filled with screenshots.
I think the most biggest part of this is like you had the willpower as a woman to stand up to a man, if you will, and do what was right. And I'll give you the utmost respect for that, for real.
I was thinking the same thing, but
That's the biggest thing to me. It's gotta get like you had the balls to stand up and take that dog where you knew that dog didn't belong, and you drove the fuck away.
Absolutely agree.
Like a lot of women would have been scared. They would have just gave their fucking dog away.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. You say that every time, and I'm really grateful for those kind words. I think that this might be a little bit of my tism, where I just can't believe that somebody would leave a dog in a situation like that. But also at the same time, I've been in those domestic violence situations to where I am such a huge advocate against it that's why my flight's broken. That's why my
This is the reason so many people reached out at the wire at the last fucking second. Like you were probably rolling up there at the last second. There were so many people trying to find out who you were, who the dog was, who listed the dog. That's why that happened. That had nothing to do with me. That was a whole ass team that got to you somehow.
Yeah, and in the end, it was funny too, because like in the end, they got to me through the original girl who I have not spoken to since that. Like, I'm sure if I reach out to her and be like, hey, are you still interested in Fern? She'd be like, yeah, I'm still interested. But like me and her haven't talked at all since this. And I met her like, I want to say a week to 2 weeks before there was ever any interaction between her and Doug. And there were several times where she had talked to me about some people at a farm that potentially wanted to adopt him and everything. And other people on Facebook that had reached out to me about wanting to adopt him. Like he's continuously talked about how I like set him up and everything. But, you know, I literally gave him the benefit of the doubt up until a certain point. And he wasn't the only one I was talking to about Crow either. So, like, I don't know. No, I don't think that she knew him at all. Because, like I said, she was talking to me for a week or two about different people before he ever came up. And she seemed scared when she called me, and whoever was calling her on the no caller ID numbers, like she seemed really scared when she called me because she was freaked out about that. I asked her, I was like, how'd they get your number? She's like, I don't know. And Doug at one point had asked for the Craigslist ad to be removed. And that's when I found out that there was a Craigslist ad. And I sent her a message and I'm like, hey, I guess that you made a Craigslist ad. He asked for it to be removed. She said, no problem. I can remove it as soon as I go on break. And there's one of my screenshots have that in there too. And then when I asked her, you know, how'd they get your number? And she said, I don't know. When she called me back later and I asked her if she found out how, I guess that somebody had made like almost an exact copy and paste of her post on Craigslist and reposted it, and then she couldn't get rid of it anymore. And then that's how her number was out there. That's what she told me anyway. To be fair, I don't think that she knew any of this, but I also cannot be certain because I don't know who she is. Like, we've never met in person. We've only texted.
I'm not trying to change your whole life, but I mean, I felt that was kind of important.
yeah, it was a very compelling story for sure. Wow.
But again, it doesn't change the spectrum of Doug, if you will. you know. But
I'll tell you right now, as soon as like this started getting to the point where I was starting to get more concerned even after the fact, because like maybe you guys, with the amount of followers and stuff that you have, it isn't that big of a deal. But I had 126 when I met him, and I have way more than that now. And it was almost an overnight thing. It was, what is the terminology?
it was a movement.
Yeah, it was a lot for me. It was overwhelming, actually. You can ask Scotty. I think I texted him a couple of times telling him, I was freaking out. I just wanted to go back to being irrelevant. I wanted to just be me. I wanted to go back to just liking music videos and not be in all of this, because, talking to so many people all the time, it's overwhelming for somebody who isn't into all of this, and didn't know how to even use the app until now, basically. Like, I only today am able to do a bunch of stuff on live, but I don't even know what the buttons do. Like, I don't know how to do battles.
And I'll be the first to admit, I told her, I said, go live with Crow. Go live with Crow. Like, all these people, you just made a movement. You had that courage as a fucking woman to stand up and do what was right. And you took that dog with you and left. I said, go live. Show the dog. Man.
But I posted on every single rehoming group page on Facebook in my state. And I gave them information. I gave a first name, a city, that he did TikTok videos, and would say that he does off-grid TikTok videos, not to give him a dog, and the reason why. And then I went on Craigslist and I posted something in the pets section that just said, warning, dangerous, and then posted all of it there too. I did as much as I could to get that word out there. There's anywhere from 200 to, I want to say, up to 500 reactions on those posts individually.
Work it out. It'll spread even more. So you did good.
That's incredible.
In fact, some of the people, there's actually one, I think it was a girl that commented on it, and she had said, I hope that this is the same guy, because if not, there's two of them. And then somebody found him and posted his last name. And she was like, yeah, same guy. So whoever that girl is, she knows of him.
It's really disturbing, honestly. But, I mean, it's the fourth dog we've saved.
So, Scotty, are you going to keep the dog's name the same, or are you going to give him a new name?
It ain't gonna be Karma. it's gonna be Crowbar. His name's Crow. It'll be Crowbar.
That's fair.
So my dog's name's Wrecker, like a tow truck, and Wrecker and Crowbar is kind of fitting,
Yeah. How do you think Wrecker's going to respond to him?
My dog is 4 years old. He's a pit bull, and I got to pick him up into a tow truck. He's the biggest lover in the world. Here, I'll show you. He's a bozo. He's a pit bull, but not what you would expect.
Who's that? Jeffrey. I don't know if I would necessarily say normal, but again, with the TISM, I don't always understand societal norms and stuff. And so I thought that, and the job that I have now, I actually have a few customers that are older than me, that are illiterate. They just grew up in the years where school wasn't as important as working and making money to make sure that your family could like have a living. And so I thought that he kind of fell into that category just a little bit, because he doesn't use a lot of words correctly and he says them wrong sometimes. So I thought maybe he's in that a little bit, you know, but like also,
Oh, hi, Wrecker.
I don't know.
My pretty boy.
I don't know how to explain it. I thought that he was just trying to protect
Hi, Wrecker.
me from the quote unquote people when he called me his cousin. But after going through all of it, I 100% believe that it wasn't to protect me, it was to protect him.
My pretty boy.
He's incredible. He's incredible. You want treats? You ready? You ready to do it? I told her, I said, tomorrow's training day. It's Sunday. Oh, he's ready too. He's ready.
He put me in his box a couple of times. The first time when I started like getting into it, and I don't know, there was a certain point, I guess, where I said something that was just too truthful. I don't really know.
Good boy.
But he immediately kicked me out of the box. Oh, he had asked me a question. And the question he asked me was, he said, let me ask you, when you put Crow in the car, did you put him in the car because I asked you to put him in the car, but so he wouldn't run off? I said, no, that's not at all what happened. And then he like kicked me out of the box. And I've seen it actually kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like, this is way after the fact. Like, I've already decided this guy sucks. This is one of those situations. I believe you're good until you prove me wrong. He proved me wrong. But he had somebody in his box one time, and he asked him about like how they had offered to give him land or something. And she had said, I had offered to let you come and stay on some of my land. And he goes, you offered me 3 acres or something like that. And she was really silent. And the way that she answered the question was like, almost like she was trying to appease him while not saying yes. I don't know. It was weird. And then like after that,
Watch it.
I think Scotty got in the box and showed a picture of my refund, and she was in the chat saying she did pay you back after he had just told her that I didn't.
Back up. Sit.
And I guess the other day he admitted on live or something that I did pay him back. He just didn't see it. But like, I don't understand how a video can be out there. You can be shown the picture and not be immediately like, oh, that's weird. And then go look and then be like, oh, you did. My bad.
Yeah, we witness that all the time on this app in this community. We'll show people things like the enablers things, and it's like, can you not see that? Like, it's right there in front of you. They can't make it any more clearer for you, you know? But yeah, some people just can't.
Dude, I was at work yesterday. It was like almost the end of my shift. And I'm scrolling through TikTok, and somehow I end up on lives, and I'm scrolling through them, and his popped up, and I kind of like dropped my phone down on the desk, and I looked over at my coworker, and I was like, I thought this motherfucker blocked me so his shit wouldn't pop up anymore. And then it like popped up a message saying, did I want to join it or something? And I went to click no, and it like put me in it anyway. I have never swiped up quicker in my life. It was horrible. Because like now it looks like I joined on purpose, but I was not trying to. And I was like, oh my God, TikTok, why?
Yeah, sometimes when the lives pop up on the FYP, if you choose not now to like view the live, it always puts me in. I don't know why, but you'll have to block him if you don't want to see his lives.
Yeah, I feel like that means that I have to like go to
At
his.
the end of the day, every boy's trainable. Just remember that saying.
Yep, just go to his page, and there should be a little arrow near his profile picture to the right. Click that arrow. Is it to the right? I haven't blocked anybody in a long time myself.
You blocked me.
That was a long time ago, though. Actually, I didn't block you. My mods blocked you when you were.
You're right. You're probably right.
But anyway, yeah, you can go to his profile. What do you click on to block somebody, y'all? I've not done it in a long time.
Well, I know how to block somebody now, but like
Okay.
if I go to his profile to do that, it's going to tell him that I looked at his profile, and I just don't want to do that.
Look, I can do it by looking at it, but I can't remember what icon you click on without looking at it.
And like, I don't know if he just like,
Hey, this is gonna be your dog tomorrow. Ready? Want a treat? Want a treat? Want some? Sit! Sit! Treat. Good boy.
Is that peanut butter?
No. It's ham salad. I spoiled the shit out of him. That's why he is the way he is. I gotta pick him up in the tow truck. It's terrible.
I don't know if he just didn't believe that, like, that I just don't care with certain things. Because when I went into his box the second time and he, like, started hollering at me, I said, no, we're not fucking doing that. You're not going to try and intimidate me like you tried intimidating me in the parking lot. And like I was yelling because like now you've irritated me. And again, I'm a huge advocate for, you know, not doing that shit to women. To be fair, I don't think it's okay for women to do it to men either. I'll stand up regardless. Like that stuff's not okay. I don't care which gender you are. But you know, so I yelled at him, and one of his followers was like talking about me being ghetto. And like, I don't care because it's true. My attitude can be very ghetto when I'm upset. But for some reason, nobody ever goes stupid and puts hands on me when I go ghetto. So I don't know if it's because they're scared that my ghetto will throw hands or what. But I know that after I started saying a bunch of stuff that had happened during that meeting, he had kicked me out of the box again. And after that, I was done because he had already had a vague threat in my text messages. He had made a vague threat on live as soon as I left.
No, sweetheart, don't sugarcoat it. Just be honest. I saw him. Don't sugarcoat it.
Well, I didn't see his lives like after I left. I only saw portions of them. So I don't know what all he actually said. That's why I'm saying vague, because I don't know what was actually
I'm
said.
talking about the text.
Oh, yeah. When he was like, you've got 24 hours to give me back the money. My first thought was like,
Wait, hold on. Which at that point, and had the receipt of it, like she had already refunded the gas money and drove an hour and a half to bring the dog and still refunded the money while she was there.
Yeah, before I ever left, like before we even called off the whole thing, I had refunded the $60 and told him, I was like, I refunded your $60.
In the middle of total chaos at that.
But yeah, so I mean, after he kicked me from the box the second time and I felt like the vague threats were just not going to end, I 100% the cops going into his live that day, that was me. I'm not gonna lie about it. I 100% called him and told him that they needed to go and tell him to keep my name out of his mouth and stop saying vague threats about me.
I did see that too, so that's true, because the cops on live said we need to stop contacting her and blah, blah, blah. So that was on live.
Well, you did an excellent job putting boundaries in place very quickly, you know, and I'm glad that you're safe. Nothing happened too. Especially being in a dark place with a man, alone in the woods. And then you actually didn't have your phone with you at one point, right?
Yeah, no, when I got out of the car, and he hugged me, I didn't have my phone on me.
Yeah.
I had to go into the car.
I gotta be honest. I feel like a total dick for this because I wasn't proactive, prior to, the wire, if you will. But he had been drinking all day. But everyone thought, oh, it's bullshit. He's not gonna he doesn't have a dog coming. He doesn't have a dog coming. Everyone's, calling the bluff. You know what I mean? But at the fucking wire, that's when the rubber hits the road. When we realized, a woman who was really bringing a dog, that's when it got serious.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Scotty will share pictures with you and updates on him.
Yeah, he said he's going to go on live and stuff so I can see him.
Depending on what time it is in the morning, I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were gonna be here a lot earlier. If not, I will make a video of him coming out of the van. I promise.
Okay. And that's understandable.
No, excuse me, one moment. I'll be right back.
And they were supposed to be at 7 or 8, right? And they ended up getting here at 1.
Yeah, it's gonna be late. It'll be probably 9, 10 my time, I imagine. My understanding is they stop every 3 hours, give them treats, pet them, play with them, let them go potty. So, I don't want to rush it. And I know they're safe. They're in a good spot. All 3 of them that are in the transport. And he is the first to get dropped off. So,
I'm just ready for him to not have to do any more moving between people.
nah, I know it sucks, but he's not moving after he gets here. I'll tell you that.
I know. I made sure before I agreed to give him to you.
He ain't going nowhere.
And I even told Scotty too, I don't know if Scotty remembers the text or not, but I told him, if anything at all ever happens, that I'll give him back his money too, and I'll take Crow back. Even if it's just a temporary basis, I'll take Crow and I'll take Wrecker, just so I know that Scotty will get them both back, or at least Wrecker. I don't think Scotty will ever be in a position to need to do that, but
Probably not. Wrecker's been here 4 years, and honestly, I don't think he's rehomable. You know what I mean? But he can't use a little brother.
Gonna end up having, so whoever he'd go to would have to pay him alimony in so much because he was used to a lifestyle.
And there's that.
But yeah, just to solidify the fact that I made sure that he wasn't going to be going anywhere other than Scotty, or that I do love my dog. I offered to pay Scotty back his money too, to take my dog back if anything.
I would never do that, but honestly, don't even think that's gonna be an issue. It'll be a warm up process when they meet each other. But I read his demeanor enough. He'll be all right.
Now I want a dog, y'all.
You can't have Crow. He just FedExed his ass to my house.
I've got an Airedale Terrier I still need to rehome.
If I get another dog, it'll be a little bitty dog, just something I can take with me when I work.
It's not a tiny dog.
I thought about that too. I'm like, a small dog would be so much better. They wouldn't hurt you when they bounce on your ribs and shit. But at the same time, as much as I bitch about my back hurting because this dummy crawls up against the back of me, I love it. Honestly, I love it. I love it.
Who was
Drives me nuts when I'm sleeping, but I love it.
I can't answer that question because I don't watch Doug enough to know. I can tell you inside and out about Chris.
Sissy, no, I didn't talk to Scotty.
Doug's previous dog, Blue. Blue's very well off. Blue's very happy.
I used to raise Great Danes. My last dog was 3.8 pounds. He was 17 years old when he passed. He was a rescue. I got him when he was 3 years old. Two of my Danes were rescues. One was from a breeder. I think a little bitty dog would be good for me. Sheepadoodle. Does it shed a lot? Your sheepadoodle?
That's for the trolls. Ain't no problem with Blue. Blue's living his best life. Don't worry about that other dog.
What is a sheepadoodle?
I feed strays all the time too. I keep dog food and cat food in my car. I picked up a dog one day. I was at work out doing locates, and there was a beautiful dog in the middle of the highway, and traffic was just flying by. I'm like, somebody's going to hit this dog. So I went and got him. He had a collar on. He had a rabies tag. He didn't have an identification tag on. So I just took him with me. I'm like, you're going to go to work with me today, buddy. You're my partner. And I passed a vet on my way to my first locate. That vet was closed. And so I stopped at the next vet that I passed by. And if I didn't pass the vet, he was just going to go with me. And eventually I was going to take him to a vet's office to have them scan him. But the second vet's office that I passed by, we went in there, scanned him, and he actually was their patient. It was the dog's vet. And he was scheduled to be neutered the next week. He had an appointment. So they called his owner. She came and picked him up. She worked like 5 minutes away at the sheriff's department. So the little guy was scheduled to be neutered, so he was out sowing his oats. He had been gone for like 24 hours. She said she looked everywhere for him. It was an American Bulldog. Oh, weenie dogs are so cute.
Oh my gosh, have you ever seen a mini weenie? They're the tiniest things ever.
Oh.
I remember when
Backs, no, that's the problem. Honestly, like their lifespan is short because of their backs.
we had one when I was younger, and I remember my mom telling me that she was getting a mini, and I was like, aren't they already mini? No, they get small.
I love little dogs. But I also love big dogs. One extreme to the next.
All right, well, I got two big dogs. If you're interested, you want to cuddle, let me know.
Oh no, it's SP.
That's SP Money Stealer.
Come on in, my beautiful.
Come in, my beautifuls. Come in here, my sweeties.
She told on herself with all of those text messages because she was like, hi, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful.
Like, that picture is on point. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it is. It's a good
So
comment.
I bought those cheaters. I bought those cheaters at the Walgreens. I knocked the lenses out of them. Like, those are real glasses.
Oh, one of your babies passed at 18. It's so hard to lose a pet, and that's why I haven't gotten another one, because you get so attached to your pets. It's your baby.
My pit bull's 4 years old now. You know, pits live to be like, what, 10, 11?
He's beautiful.
He is incredible. But he's a huge baby. It's terrible. I spoil him. So, like, he won't even jump in the tow truck unless it's raining outside. You know? So, hopefully the healer can teach him how to jump in the truck.
The Great Danes have a short lifespan.
Do they really?
Yeah, 6 to 7.
7 or 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Gonica probably doesn't know who Southern Pride is.
I don't.
You don't want to know.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Just keep that out of here. Keep that out of your book. But here's the thing, like I can't even call it a love hate, but I have like I have a love for certain people that are connected and a respect, but I hate her. God, I hate her so much.
Yeah.
You had a post at one point that said that you and somebody were having a baby. I think it was a joke. There were
Clearly it was, because I ain't had a baby. My daughter is 22. So. Oh, Gypsy.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, that was a total joke.
Why is
that fun?
That was Gypsy Rose. That was a total joke. I forgot about it.
Yeah, I saw the comment and I was like, oh my.
How did that cricket burn?
I like to have fun. I mean, you kind of know, like, the Scotty you know on here isn't the real person you talk to. Well, I mean, now I'm half-assed normal, but like the person you see when I'm fucking around going live, like, that's not me, you know? That's not me in real life. That's me as a character on live, like, entertaining, you know?
I'm just imagining Scotty getting in his tow truck with a pink dress on and a wig.
That's funny you say that. The first time I did that, there was 2 cops on third shift that were gifting me on live, laughing about it. I ran into them the next night saying, "Where's your pink dress, Scotty?" Like, it was so fucking embarrassing. It was funny then, but like, it's not now anymore, honestly.
This picture you currently have up, you asked me if I could give you like outfits or something. I could probably pull this one off.
That's a 4K face cam with like a $8,000 studio, and that's SP Money Stealer. I don't think you can pull that off, honestly, because she ain't got no fucking teeth. So.
Oh, that's fair. I meant the outfit, maybe the hair.
I did that myself, but I mean, please don't ever try, honestly. Let's just never do that.
Where the heck do you shop for clothes when you're the size of a Goliath?
That was Walmart. That was a moo-moo. Big moo-moo, honestly. And Amazon wig. And I think it was the Walgreens hair ties. Just being honest. Y'all can't be trolling me now. What the fuck? Like, y'all making me uncomfortable getting all quiet. Like, I have fun with this shit. Don't make it weird.
Did he actually burn his tent
last night?
What's that?
Did anyone see SP on live last night? She was live for a little bit.
I did not. So my understanding is she was making an account private with only special people, if you will, like probably people she's fucking manipulating, you know. But I do not catch her live, so that's weird.
Yeah, I know for a fact that she's been.
Oh my God, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, you got a mod that knows about the beach outfit, dude. Come on, Jeffrey. How the fuck does he know about that?
She's going on to pages of previous donors of some of these beggars on here. And I think she's trying to build her new donors up by doing that. Because she knows that she can manipulate those people because they've been manipulated before. Bridge Queen said it perfectly.
And that's what I said before. What was like she was trying to bring awareness to people to suck in the people that were sucked in.
Oh yeah, because they were easy for her. Yep. Absolutely.
All right, so I have a confession to make because your mod just brought it up. Oh hell! I mean, I'm not going to show it, but I'll tell you. So I was in Virginia Beach, and clearly your mod knows about it. It's kind of embarrassing. So I went to the store where like they make clothes or whatever, you know, and they had these shorts and shirt that said "I love butt sex." So I'm a big dude, like I'm 6'8", you know. $180 later, left with a shirt and shorts and did corgis to that on the ocean front.
Nice.
End of the story. End of the story. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Jeffrey, for exposing me with that.
I guess you did because Jeffrey.
Oh my God, Jeffrey! Jeffrey was in there for the whole thing. All right, so I bought 2 pecker lighters, if you will. One I lost, the other one I gave to a homeless man, and then bought pizzas and delivered pizzas to homeless people on benches on the boardwalk.
Oh, that's so nice.
That was nice.
Wow. I mean, I didn't really like post videos of it, but Jeffrey was probably clearly there for it.
They're probably like all sitting around a little fire right now saying, "Hey man, you remember that night on the boardwalk when that dude came or that dude, whatever it was?"
You remember when that big 6'8" dude bought me a pecker lighter? My God. Good times, honestly. You know what really irritated me though, honestly? And Jeffrey, I don't know if you were in the live for that, but the one dude I rolled up on, so I ended up meeting a homeless guy. That's who I give the pecker lighter I had to. I don't even know how that happened, like that exchange. But I went and bought pizza, and I went to give one dude like a soda and some pizza, some warm pizza, and like he's like, no, give me money. I'm like, fuck you. I mean, like seriously, like I'm trying to feed you, stupid. You know what I mean? Like it irritated me. It really did, honestly. Like I went out of my way to get warm pizza, and I bring it to 3 people. I roll up to you, and you want money? Like, no, it don't work like that. Am I wrong for that?
I mean, I don't think so.
No, because you would have bought booze with it, probably. Yeah, that was crazy, Sassy. Dude wanted money. I'm like, I ain't giving you no money. If you want to eat, take a soda, a cold soda, and some warm pizza. Like, help yourself. Take as much as you want.
Instead of cash, I would buy them food or...
Well, that's what I did. Like, it was warm pizza. Like, take as much as you want, bro. Here's sausage and pepperoni. I think it was, Sassy, wasn't it? Pepperoni and sausage and pepperoni. Like, warm pizza. Sodas. Like, take whatever the fuck you want, you know? But no, he wanted money. That was crazy.
See, I'm a bleeding heart, and it's usually what gets me in situations like the one we were talking about earlier.
But I just spent fucking $50 on these pizzas and the soda to literally intentionally to deliver to the homeless on the benches on Virginia Beach. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not giving you money, dude.
I feel so bad when I'm like passing homeless people because I'm like, I want to give them money, but I don't have money on me. So then I feel like I can't look at them because if I look at them, then we've made eye contact.
I'm the same way. Like, I appreciate it because like I avoid eye contact and just roll up the window. Like I do it in the tow truck all the time in Milwaukee. Like I'll roll up the window. Like, no, stupid. I'll take you to McDonald's. Let's go get you some food, you know? But I'm not giving you fucking money to go buy booze or whatever you're going to buy with it.
Dude,
25 miles per hour.
That's what sucks about TikTok, honestly. Like, TikTok's a great app, but at the same time, it's like there's so many fucking fake people just begging.
Yes.
But they're pulling heartstrings, and that's what sucks.
Yep. Real.
But people fall for it.
Yep.
It kills me, honestly. I got plenty of money. I ain't rich, but I'm comfortable. But at the same time, like, I can call bullshit when I see it, you know?
Like SP, for example, she's like a chameleon. She becomes whatever you need her to be in order for you to relate to her.
Exactly. It's like someone that tells you what you want to hear.
Yep. So if you've been in
Hello, beautiful. Get in here, beautiful.
Yep. You've been in recovery. She's been in recovery. Although she's been in recovery for 8 years for the past 10 years, 11 years.
Tell me this. How did she have to go? How did that fucking go down? She just got out of jail. But she had to go for like some detox shit or something like that, like a week and a half later. Bitch, you just got out of jail. You should be clean.
And not only that, she was in jail for 5 days. She told us that she couldn't have her MAT meds while she was in jail, right? So that's 5 extra days that she should have had. Remember? She didn't take them 5 days.
They won't give you anxiety meds or any of that in jail.
Yep, so she should have had a 5-day supply extra. And why was she in withdrawal? Because she told everybody on live she was withdrawing. She hadn't had her meds in 5 days.
Correct, because the second she got out,
when she was in jail, she said that she was in there for 5 days without any withdrawal symptoms. So now why is she suddenly in withdrawal?
Within 24 hours, it would have hit like a fucking rock. There ain't no way. I don't believe that.
You know, they tell on themselves.
But like, I don't want to like give out specific names, but these people that, let's be honest, like a lot of people on this app, and me included, to a point, like we all look to get away from our own life usually when we come on here and gift, right? And we all like the reaction. Like, I'll just throw myself under the fucking bus, all right? Like, I've gifted good-looking girls on here to get their attention, right? Let's be honest. Like I've done it, and it's worked. However, when you do that, like, you can't get sucked into it. And I've learned my lesson the hard way. I mean, I flew two, one from Dallas, one from Montana. Like, it doesn't work. But you can't get sucked into